Yes, I did. No, I didn't. I did.
Yep, two middle sections are for residents. Don't worry, it's reserved for residents. I think you can.
You get named for that. Not named for that. Hi, Dad.
Hi.
What if we put Donna right here?
Yep.
This will be wonderful.
Can you see okay?
I can see fine.
Okay. Did you see everything?
Yes.
Did you have anything?
No, I had so much for dinner that I'm not hungry for anything more. Goodness, they have a whole meal there. You can just go have a dinner there. Yeah, yeah.
Here, you don't need to sit on. Here, fill it up, don't worry. I'll get it right now.
Yeah?
She's in the second person over here in front.
In the front. Oh, down there? Oh, okay. Yeah.
Cotty. Busy in that restaurant. Where we told you to go.
The bistro? Well, it's packed.
I know it. I noticed that.
Yeah.
When you
No, yeah, it's been packed the whole time. Yeah.
They really partied.
Yeah, yes. Yeah, I know it. I know it. There's too many temptations.
They all tell me that my husband was a keeper.
Oh, yeah, there you go. See? They know.
Stop and see anybody on the way down.
No, I didn't have time to. I didn't have time, I'll do it when I come the next time. The weather was bad,
Yeah.
Well, you could have dinner there, Jim. You could have had dinner there at the bistro. Nope, nope. I had so much for supper that I'm just room for anything more.
I can give you a quick
Where is it getting the signal from?
It's plugged in right there. Yeah, better. So I just right side forward. Yep, the middle that's the laser pointer. Don't ask me that, but I just don't ask me.
It's all set to go. There's no one else.
Yep, I have it on already.
I'm not going to use it. Probably.
Yep, just grab that and grab that. That way it's clean and ready for you to go.
Hi, college treats.
Last time, my neighbor from 25th Street was here.
Oh,
And she came. She was surprised to see me.
oh yes, absolutely.
At reunion weeks.
Oh, of course.
And we bought her.
Oh, yeah.
You don't see from there, it's kind Donna, this will be fun, huh? You got a good seat as well.
Don't bother you hanging there?
The best seats are on this side, and the reserved for the residents is in the middle. See, I got you the best seat. There's that.
Some residents have dogs. When do you have to do it?
Thursday.
With the kids tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night we'll be all together.
And where was it?
All of that.
Oh, good.
Should be nice.
Did you leave your jacket?
Oh, check.
Where is it?
You aren't sitting on it, are you, Dorothy? You've got an orange jacket on now. Oh yeah, right. In the, oh yeah. Well, you didn't stop anywhere, did you?
That's pretty good.
Looks like they filled the place up. Look at that. Someone, a nurse or whoever, call you on you every day? 7 o'clock?
Yeah. She's up front. And just leave the mic up there with, she's going to use both mics.
That is our live stream.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Oh, I see. Unless you need them. Unless you call them. You would call them.
It's coming like right.
Good evening, and welcome to Grand Living at Lake Lorraine. Thank you for joining us this evening, and to all of our beloved residents, we're glad that you came down or just down the hall to join us as well. My name is Jane Gullickson. I have the privilege of serving this community as the executive director alongside so much of my team that works hard every day to carry out our mission, and especially on a day like today to make food, to set up chairs, to get the advertising right so that you all know to come. And we get to do special things like this a lot of days. Yesterday we had the High Plains Woodwinds here. Tomorrow we have an impersonator of Red Skelton. We have so many fun music groups coming up, the Jim McKinney Quintet. We have our very own former Spencer Smith joining us on December 15th. And we're just so privileged and glad for you to join us, but really glad that our residents get to take advantage of things like this so many days of the week. So without further ado, I want to welcome you all, and especially welcome Mary Beth Carlson and her husband Kent, who joined us today for the third time, am I correct? From Minneapolis. This is their third live concert here. Mary Beth, just to tell you a little bit about her, is a composer, a recording artist, an author, and former Teacher of the Year. She performs nationally as a concert pianist and an inspirational keynote speaker. Much of her music has been inspired by her daughter Jody, born with cerebral palsy and autism. Her music is infused with an expressive depth of passion. She's written and performed music to benefit organizations which serve people with unique life challenges. She was honored to be invited by the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association to present a concert of restoration to guests from 40 countries at the Cove in Asheville, North Carolina. She's a top seller nationwide with several distributors, and she has produced and recorded, anyone know how many albums? 27 of piano orchestral music on her label MBC Productions. She's also been featured on other CDs with Jim Brickman, J.D. Steele, Steve Hall, and fellow Integrity music artists including Sandy Patty, Darlene Zesch, and Don Moen. She's collaboratively created 2 volumes of comprehensive music experiences for residents in memory care. Mary Beth and her husband Kent have been friends with our Grand Living CEO, Dan Paterka, and his family for more than 25 years. Together, they created an integrated intergenerational music curriculum for Grand Living, which is a program we use here several times a week called Bravo. Also in the past 5 years, she debuted as an author and a film score composer. She joined Dr. John Gray, author of Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus, best-selling author Brian Tracy, and others to co-author a book titled Words of Wisdom, Experts Share Strategies for Mastering Life and Business Relationship. Mary Beth's vision is to provide peace, hope, joy, and inspiration through God's gift of music. Please help me provide a warm Grand Living welcome to Mary Beth Carlson. And also, if I didn't say it, please silence your cell phones. Thank you.
Or I'll have to play Carol of the Bells, just to disguise your ringtone. here tonight. This is really kind of like a packed house, and that's what I would call it. Thank you so much for coming. It's so fun to see familiar faces that I've seen. Well, I saw you last January, a lot of you, when I was here for a concert, and oh, it's nice to see you again. Thank you so much for spending this evening with us so we can celebrate Season's Blessings. You know, I thought we would call it Season's Blessings tonight because it's kind of midway between a few different seasons. We just celebrated Veterans Day, didn't we, just yesterday? And Thanksgiving is right around the corner. And right around the corner from that, of course, is Christmas. So we'll call it Season's Blessings instead of Season's Greetings or anything like that. But I chose to play We Gather Together along with Give Thanks because, like you, I have blessings too innumerable to count. And I'm so grateful for every single one of them. And I count you among my blessings. I'm so grateful for you and for your presence here tonight. Thank you so, so very much. And I hope I play some of your favorite songs. And if I don't, you can request them later. Now that's January. I'm
Not
sorry,
on.
I don't need to trick you back there. I'm so terribly sorry. Turn it on. Okay.
Did she turn it on?
Okay, okay. Take this away because they're fighting. Last January when I was here, I played a medley of patriotic songs. I played Battle Hymn of the Republic and also America the Beautiful. So I thought I'd play something different this year. But since Veterans Day was just yesterday, when we had the opportunity to honor the wonderful people who have given so much to protect and preserve our freedom here in this beautiful country, I thought I would play God Bless the USA. Somebody requested that here last year, and you know what? I couldn't play it. So I thought, I better show up with God Bless the USA this year. And also My Country 'Tis of Thee. But before we do that, I would be honored if those of you who have, oh, you guys are good. Those of you who have served in the military, I like to do this at every concert because you know what? I don't think you get thanked enough. I don't think one day or 2 days out of the year is enough to recognize our dear veterans. So men and women, if you have served in our military, would you please stand up so we can publicly acknowledge you? Oh my goodness, that's a good one. I have to put on this mic and talk myself. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Ruthie, would you hold this? Thank you. And if you want to sing, have it.
Before your time.
And I'm going to give everybody an opportunity now to thank them again. We're going to sing together, if you'd like, God Bless America. And we're getting back to that slide in a second. And I bet if we can't find that slide, we know the words anyway. That's later. That's when we celebrate Christmas.
We'll get there.
I'll give you some background music, okay? While my husband finds God Bless America, because he will. God bless him. That's your next group right there. Oh, 1,200 of them. It sounded like it. Oh, that was pretty. Thank you so much. Isn't that a beautiful, beautiful song? It just touches my spirit every time I hear it. And something else that touches my heart, my soul, my spirit, are the many, many times in the Psalms it is spoken of God's greatness, His greatness. We read over and over and over in the Psalms. Psalm 57:10, Psalm 117:2. Over and over. For you are great and do wondrous things. You alone are God. I will sing of the Lord's great love forever. With my mouth I will make your faithfulness known throughout all generations. For great is the Lord and most worthy of praise. Two of my favorite hymns, two time-honored hymns with a musical illustration of the greatness of God are How Great Thou Art and Great is Thy Faithfulness. I played these songs just last Thursday night for a group in Eden Prairie at Wooddale Church. You might be familiar with that church. From all over the cities, Minneapolis and St. Paul, young adults, old adults, medium-aged adults with disabilities all come together at Wooddale every Thursday night for this group called Forever Friends. And they sing and they dance and they just do all kinds of fun things. Well, last Thursday night I was their guest and it was a very humbling experience. I love this group. Right around Thanksgiving every year I come to this group and speak with them and hear them speak to me, and I play for them and we sing. And this year the title of the concert was How Great Thou Art. I thought, you know, it's Thanksgiving. I think that this is a really important time to talk about the greatness of God. So I took the microphone around the room. No, I'm not going to do that tonight. But what a wonderful, humbling experience. We talked about how God is great, why God is great, and when God is great, specifically in their lives. And I talked about the concept that, you know, sometimes it doesn't seem like personally God is very great to us. There's a lot of situations and circumstances in our lives that seem out of control, and we wonder where the greatness of God is then. But these dear ones, they're mentally disabled, they're physically disabled. Many of them are emotionally unsettled. Many of them are mentally ill. But you know what? Every one of them had a smile on their faces. And many of them had many things to say about how they are so grateful for how great God is to them. That really spoke to me. So while I play this, just right where you are sitting in the quietness of your own little place, thank God for how great He is to you, how great He is to your family, to your friends. Thank Him for all the wonderful blessings in your life, won't you? I'm going to take a quick poll here. Of the 4 distinctively beautiful seasons that we enjoy here in the Midwest, how many of you would say that winter is your favorite? Oh, we have a taker over here. Winter, I have some music for you later on, and I know you know what it is. It's Jingle Bell Rock, because we already saw that. Okay, so how many would say your favorite season is spring? Oh, lots of spring people. I could play Spring for You by Vivaldi, but I'm not prepared to do that tonight, and it's not spring. So, how many of you would say that summer is your very favorite season? Oh, lots of you too, okay. How about fall? Yeah, I kind of thought so. That's my favorite season too. And Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday. It's kind of like a calm before the crazy, isn't it? And it's a time where we can just kind of take some respite, take a pause, and to do just what we're doing tonight. Think about the many ways that we are so incredibly blessed. You know, there are 2 hymns that talk about Thanksgiving, I think they're Thanksgiving songs anyway, where we sing about how thankful we are in them. One is, "This is my Father's world," and another is, "For the beauty of the earth." I think that, again, it's never too often to pause and thank God for the beauty of this magnificent creation that He created just for us. tonight. I asked her to play. Her name is Ruth Epp. How many of you know Ruth? A lot of you know Ruth. You probably know her from here. She's brought some friends with her from Hong Kong tonight. I'm so delighted to see you. Thank you so much for coming. Ruth Epp, I'm just going to talk a little bit about you. She was so kindly agreed to play tonight. She didn't get much time to practice because we asked her yesterday. But she played last year, and I thought, I just have to ask her again. Sometimes I think it's best that we don't ask too far in advance, because then we get nervous for days. But she's not nervous. She plays from her heart, and she plays a lot spontaneously, and that's what she's going to do tonight. She's going to play a song for you, as always, from her heart. And for those of you who didn't raise your hands when I asked if you knew Ruth Epp, she has devoted her life to missionary work in Hong Kong, ministering and teaching the Word of God. Ruth is also a very accomplished pianist, and I'm sure she's just not wanting me to say another word, but I will. She enjoys performing a variety of styles of music. She has written 2 books and made several CDs of her own arrangements. She gave my husband and I her book last time we were here in January, and it is very, very, very interesting, and her CDs are just absolutely lovely. She is now a resident here at Grand Living, Lake Lorraine, and she enjoys giving talks about her time spent in Hong Kong. She enjoys playing the piano for you folks. She likes giving talks on her time in Hong Kong, like I mentioned, and she even is involved in writing plays for the residents here. She's going to grace us with a performance that she's just playing from her heart and soul tonight. Won't you please warmly welcome my friend, your friend, Ruth Epp. Go home now. That was very special. And from an arranging standpoint, that was really hard. That was a very, very complicated arrangement. A lot of left hand over right hand stuff, a little bit of a country feel. Oh, that was so sweet. Thank you so much. One of my very favorite songs, Amazing Grace. And now I'm going to play Amazing Grace. Just kidding. Okay. Here's what I am going to do. There is a dear gentleman among us who is a resident here at Grand Living at Lake Lorraine. And he writes poetry. And I don't know if you remember, those of you who were here last January, I took a couple of his poems, unbeknownst to dear Don Fallis, and I put his poems to music. Well, one of them was called Thanksgiving Day travel. And I thought, we need to bring that back around this time of year, don't we? So I wrote a new melody to this poem, Thanksgiving Day Travel. That's his poem right there. Don Follis, do you mind if there he is. Won't you stand up for a second? We need to acknowledge you. Thank you, Don, for coming out. He's surprised all over again. That's half the fun, really. Thanksgiving Day Travel by our resident poet, Don Follis. Might just come back next year with a whole new melody. Lots of fun with that. Well, we're changing over to Season's Blessings during the holidays. In Minnesota, I don't know about you, but in Minnesota, we received an early Christmas present this year. A lot of snow, often, and it's sticking to the ground, and I don't see any here in Sioux Falls yet. But I'm going to help you imagine some. We're going to play, or I'm going to play, and later you're going to sing, a song that is so much fun this time of year. And I haven't played it much since last year, so we'll see if I stay on the sleigh or not. Might fall off a few times, but I'd like to play a song called Sleigh Ride, because I love that song. And then I'm going to listen to you sing a couple of holiday songs. Sleigh Ride. Imagine yourself. Think about all the different senses engaging in this experience. If you've ever been on a sleigh, think about the smell of that hay, the scratchiness of the hay. Think about all the sights that you see along the way as you're going along on this sleigh ride. Think about the taste possibly of hot cocoa that you're enjoying along this sleigh ride. And especially just think about the fun of being with people. Think about the sounds that you hear of the clip-clop, the jingle bells, and enjoy the ride. I promise I won't call him Rent-A-Kent. But sometimes that's, you know, I just got that luck. I guess I won't call you Rent-A-Kent. But he's coming up with a few instruments, and he's the man behind the scenes. The reason I fondly, lovingly, after 44 years, call him Rent-A-Kent is because he is so invaluable behind the scenes. People don't even know how much a part he is of the music business we share, the music ministry we share. So I'm going to let you just kind of take it over from here for a couple of songs. How's that?
Thank you very
Oh,
much.
you're so welcome.
This is not something I usually do. I'd much rather be back where you can't see me, where I can really mess up the slides. And, anyway, we're going to sing a couple of fun songs. But we need some extra instrumentation here because we're going to ride in the sleigh. So we have some jingle bells. Would you like to play our jingle bells? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. All right, here we go. Everyone knows this one, right?
There's some more over here. Do you want some of these?
Oh, I think we're good.
Okay then.
Those don't jingle.
You're right. Okay.
All right, help me out now. Jingle this up fields we go, laughing all the way. Keep spirits bright. What fun it is to laugh and sing a sleigh song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in one horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in one horse open sleigh. That's great. How many know Jingle Bell Rock? Remember that says it was a hot song in the 50s? I don't remember that, but raise your hand then, would you please, if you know this song? All right. Being you know it, I want you to come up and help me. What is your name? Pat. Pat did not volunteer for this. Here we go. Everybody together. Jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bells swing and jingle bells ring. Snowing and blowing on bushels of fun. Now the jingle bell has begun. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bells shine and jingle bells ring. We're singing prancing and jingle bells swing. There's a rush in the air. What a bright time, it's a bright time. Rock the night away. Jingle bell time, it's showtime. Ride in one more sleigh. Yeah, jingle horse in our feet. Jingle around the farm. Mix and mingle and jingle and beat. That's jingle bell, that's jingle bell, that's jingle bell rock. Thank you, Jay.
Well, that was fun. Nice job, Kent. What a good sport he is. I asked him to do this, of course, last time also. Well, there's another song. One more song I want you to sing before we don't sing anymore now tonight. And I hope you know this song. You knew Jingle Bell Rock really well. You knew Jingle Bells really well. You knew God Bless America like you were some kind of Mormon tabernacle choir. So I'm really hoping you know this next song because it's an important one. We need to celebrate birthdays tonight. There's also an anniversary that I'd like to mention. We have a guest here that lives in Sioux Falls. She and her husband have been celebrating 36 years of marriage. Mr. and Mrs. Heiser. Joyce and your husband, are you here tonight? Would you mind standing? Oh, hi there. Congratulations on 36 years. I'm so glad they could be here tonight. And my friend Connie has a birthday along with lots of her friends. So let's sing happy happy birthday. And when it comes to the names, don't sing all the names. That'll really mess me up, okay? Just sing happy birthday. What key are we singing this in? Oh, let's sing this in E flat. That's a nice friendly audience key. Dear loved ones, got it? Got it. Good. Okay, here we go. I'll give you the piano lady intro. You'll know when to come in. I think you know the song. To play another Christmas song. I don't know if you noticed, but when I played For the Beauty of the Earth, there was a little classical tune dancing around in there. When you're trained classically and you play by ear, it's a war. I don't know any other way of saying it. But you're trying to learn these notes, these classical piano notes, and you've got these arrangements dancing around in your head, and they're kind of arguing with each other. You just have to make peace with it all, and you just have to blend it together. So that's what I did with For the Beauty of the Earth, and I kind of snuck in there To a Wild Rose by McDowell. Oh, some of you recognize that. Very good back there. Well, see if you can recognize both of these songs. I truly hope you can recognize both of them. And I will quiz you afterwards. was a lot of fun. I haven't played that since last Christmas, except to rehearse a little bit for you tonight. And really, this is your concert. This is not my concert. This is your concert. Some of you have come from quite a distance, down the hall, to come and join us tonight. How many of you are not from Sioux Falls? I'd love to know that. Not from Sioux Falls. Oh, I know you're not from Sioux Falls. You've come a long way. Bless you so much. Thank you for coming, no matter where you have come from this evening. I'm just tickled that you're here. And it's your concert, so you should be able to request some of your favorite songs. So let me grab a pen while you think. That's the teacher in me giving you think time for a moment. Okay, that's enough. No more thinking. A Christmas song, a Thanksgiving song. Whoa. Got a little sound effects going on there too. Okay. Raise a hand. Somebody with a favorite song? Yes, sir. Candle in the Wind. Oh, Candle in the Wind. Okay. Where's Elton when I need him? I can maybe play a couple bars for you. Okay. Candle in the Wind. That's a beautiful song. Don't know that I've ever played it until tonight. Yes, sir? Oh. I'm glad that you're having fun. I am too. Somebody else? Yes, ma'am. White Christmas. And let's take one more. Oh, Holy Night. Oh, thank you. Haven't played that for a long time either. Like a candle in the wind. Ooh. Let me ask you, in case I bail, do you have option 2? Next time? Yep. I know that song. Okay, good. Next time. I'm going to write that song just for you tonight in case I bail. Okay? Deal? Got it. Thank you. Is there one person that didn't get a chance to share that would love to share about a favorite song? Okay. I'm not going to be looking at you anymore because I cannot refuse a raised hand as a teacher. So I'm not going to acknowledge any more requests. Oh, of course I'm looking. Yes, ma'am.
How about White Christmas?
Oh, good idea. White Christmas. Let's do that. I'm going to put number 2 by that so I play it twice. Beautiful. Thank you. Does anybody happen to know Candle in the Wind? If you do, you can whisper a bar or 2. How does that even start? What's that? No? Then you won't know if I'm playing this or not. This is going to be good. I'll play this next time then. medley and then I played Next Time. I hope you recognize that. It was a brand new song just for you, sir. Broke the mold on that one because I have no idea what I played. I'll never play it again. I just won't remember it. But that was fun. Thank you. I love it when the audience takes part in the concert. You know, I'd like to leave you with some snow tonight since you haven't had any yet this year. Janine is going, But you know, this is not the kind of snow that you have to plow. It's not the kind of snow that you have to shovel or walk through. It's not the kind of snow that you have to slip in and get hurt in. It's just the kind of snow to enjoy. So I hope you enjoy this snowfall.
joining the show. Rob, she got you on that, didn't she? She said she didn't know Candle in the Wind. I was ready to pull it up. I was thinking, oh man, it's gonna get awkward. She knew it. She was playing with us a little bit, right? That's what an extremely talented musician would do. So thank you, Mary Beth, Kent, and Ruth for joining. I'm so glad that worked out. Couple things. If you haven't been here before, if you've been here before and like a tour, I have some members of my team who would be happy to provide one to you at the end. We also, some of you on the way in signed up for some giveaways, so we have a few of those. Maybe Vanna can join me with those. Thank you. And Jan, will you hold this? Yeah, you draw the first one out of there, Jan. Go ahead. So the first giveaway is going to be one of Mary Beth's CDs. We have 3 of those. And the first one, Jan chose Joanne Bender. Is there a Joanne Bender? Congratulations, Joanne. We have a CD right over here for Joanne. Thank you. Lorraine, how about Lorraine grab the next one here? Get in there, Lorraine. All right, this next one is for Diane Swenson. Is there a Diane Swenson? No? We have an impersonator of the Diane Swenson? No, we'll try again. Bev Voss. Bev Voss in the back. Congratulations, Bev. Kelly's going to bring a CD to you. And Gloria can draw the next one here. What does it say, Gloria? Say it again.
Leslie Nolte.
For Leslie Nolte.
Right here, I told you so.
All right, Leslie Nolte, right there by Mr. Bob Tabber. Thank you.
What?
What? Yeah.
Right here.
Vernon, would you like to draw one? This is for a bottle of wine. You can choose red or white. Can you read it? Let's see here. Jeannie Hento. Or Jenny. All right. Oh, Jenny, here with Dorothy and Wayne. Thank you. How about you, Andy? Will you draw one? Andy, what does it say?
Landry Smith.
Landry Smith. Well, hold on. Larry Smith. Larry. Larry, congratulations. A red bottle of wine for you. And our last giveaway is for a meal for 4. Okay, Lisa, do you want to draw? And this will be created by our culinary team here.
Fred Vegas.
All right, right over here, Fred, congratulations. Lisa will bring a certificate to you. So how about one more Grand Living thank you to Mary Beth and to Kent for coming.